What's up, everybody? JaQuan Gamble here, and today we will talk about how to add an additional or extra ten to $20,000 to your income this year, working less. All right. So share this with someone right now, who will share this with someone right now, who will share this with someone right now, because a lot of you right now who are watching me or may watch me are asking this question in your brain or to someone or typing it into the search bar somewhere. This is a conversation that a lot of people are trying to figure out because of the state of the world, what is going on. They're trying to figure out if they need to go real estate route, if they need to go crypto, XRP, if they need to start a business. What does that look like? And I am very, very excited to present this to you, help you understand, because this is what helped me during COVID. Okay. This is actually what helped me pre-COVID. And if you don't get this, I don't know what to tell you. If you don't get this, I want you to really, really rethink a lot of things about your life. Number one, I want you to understand that in order for you to add money to your life, you need to stop chasing it. Trying to get money is going to make money run from you. You cannot be someone who chases after dollars and expect the dollars not to run away from you. If you ever chased a child, what do children do? They run, because a child's instinct is, I am in danger. So money can sometimes know that you are a danger to it when you chase after it. I hope I'm making sense to you. So I want you to type in the comments right now, do not chase the bag. Stop chasing it. Because the more you chase the bag continues to run for you. It don't matter if it's Gucci, Louis, Fendi, Prada, Chanel, whoever it is, the bag is running from you right now. So let's divorce our mindset right now from feeling like we need to chase money or try to get an extra anything, because this is not a money issue. And oftentimes when I tell people, we don't have money problems. We don't. And I'm not saying we, like me and the people who are in this room. I am saying we as people. The real problem is not money. The real problem is your awareness. You don't know what's accessible to you, and you don't know what's possible for you. So you not knowing is causing your mind to constrict, and now you can't see what's available or possible for you. Anytime you are in a situation where it seems like you are constricted, you're bound, you're stuck, it's because your level of awareness has not been enlightened yet. And the only way to enlighten your awareness is by connecting to people, listening to conversations that can stimulate your creativity. It is impossible to create in an environment that is not a cultivated atmosphere of creativity. Meaning, if you are stuck doing something or stuck in a place, it's because there is a constriction on your creativity level. So in order to fix that, you need to change your company, thus changing your conversations. It wasn't until I started to speak to high-level executives that I realized that money can find me. That's why I always say money comes to me with ease, speed, and abundance. Money loves to talk to me. Money loves to be attracted to me. Money loves to find me. Every day, every time I turn around, money is looking for me. So you first have to, in order for you to attract that money, you need to divorce the mindset that you got to go get it. I hope I'm making sense to you. There has to be a disconnection between you trying to get money and you actually getting the money. Meaning, you have to be somebody that knows that I am a valuable person. And because I'm valuable, if I present myself into the marketplace, then money will automatically find me. Because to be somebody who is valuable is to be somebody who is a problem solver. I want you to type that in the comments. That to be valuable is to be someone who solves problems. Because in order to be valuable in the sight of anybody, they have to perceive that you have the antidote to their problem. I hope I'm clear to you. When I'm teaching people, I want you to consider something. Okay, I want you to consider everything that you bought in the last year. Have you asked yourself, why did I buy this? You bought what you bought in the last year for one reason, or two. One, because you felt like it. And number two, there was probably a problem or a challenge that provoked you into believing that you needed to go buy it. We don't buy things just because, unless we have some type of depressive something going on with us and we need retail therapy. Or we feel down and we just go buy stuff just because, you know. However, we buy things because we feel like it, one, and number two, because there's a problem that we need to be solved. So, what am I saying to you? In order for you to disconnect that idea that I need to get money, I need to be somebody that presents myself into the marketplace as valuable. Okay. So we're asking the question, how do I do what? Add an extra $10,000 to $20,000 to my income by working less. That brings me into my next conversation. You have to divorce your idea that money requires you, or attracting money requires you to work harder. That it's hard to make money. Every time I do some analytic studies of content, people are asking the question, why is it so hard to make money in this economy? Why is it so hard for me to get this money? Why is it so hard for me to keep money? Why is this so hard? And I want you to understand what's happening to your mindset right now. Anytime you identify something as hard or challenging unto your stagnation, what you are doing is you're limiting yourself to that thing, meaning you're not telling yourself that you have what it takes to overcome it. Anything that you say in your life that is hard, you have automatically exhausted the opportunity for there to be any type of solution to your life. There can be no solutions where I have called something hard. There can be no solutions in a place where I've already identified the problem as the problem, which is why I don't even say I solve problems often, because I know I do. But what I really am doing is I'm creating an opportunity for people to see value in what they already want. Am I clear to you? I want y'all to type in the comments, create value. So money itself, we have to make up in our minds that money is not hard to make. That should be our next comment. Money is not hard to make for me. In fact, money comes to me with ease, with speed, and abundance. I do not have to exhaust myself to make money, because that's what our grandparents and great-grandparents did. They say, Grandpa worked on the truck on the railroad rather for 50 years, and he left at 6 a.m. We didn't see him until it was 10 p.m. and it was time to go to sleep. He never took us to school. He never did 1, 2, and 3. I never saw him because Grandpa worked so hard. So what happens is we take that mindset into business, where we believe that if we don't work tirelessly unto death, then we are not productive and we're not prospering in what we're supposed to be doing. When in reality is the highest form of wealth, I want you to hear this, the highest form of wealth that you could ever attract is time. Because time is way more, infinitely more valuable than money. How do we know? If I told you that I will give you $1 million, you'd say yes, probably, right? Absolutely. But if I told you that to actually get the $1 million, you got to be sick for the rest of your life, would you want it? You wouldn't want it. Because if I'm sick, I don't have time to enjoy the money. So with that being said, we now have to see money from a different perspective. I don't just want money. You're not in business just because you want money. In fact, you weren't in business to make money, because if you were, that's probably why you're working so hard now. You're working so hard because you've gotten into business, or you started this company, or you went to this job solely for the money and not because you wanted more time. It's a great opportunity. That it looks like a great opportunity, but it requires an investment of time that I'm not willing to give up. It's not my opportunity. I want you to start doing this. I want you to start making internal decisions and then external confessions. Let me give you an example. I made up in my mind that I will not work for money ever again. So every time I communicate with people, if the opportunity that it's presented before me requires me to work harder for pennies, it's not my opportunity. If I have to work harder and get paid nickels, dimes, or pennies, it's not my opportunity. Because I've seen an opportunity that I can work less but have more impact in people's lives and make more money. I want that for 200, Alex. I don't know. Do you want a life that where you have money only, or do you want a life where you have money and time? I want time to be able to enjoy the money. I want you to type in the comments, time is more valuable than money. Time is, so when people say time is money, they're lying to you. Time does not, you know what? I just got mad. Time does not equal money. Where it, in order for, I'm a mathematician in my head, but time don't equal money, because in this law, I forget what the law is called, 2 equals 2 under every circumstance. But this, 2 different words. If we do it this way, okay, this is better. I should have just, time is greater than money. Ooh, there we go. And if we could make it bigger, time is much more greater than money. Because if I have to die for the money, then where is the enjoyment in that? So I just wanted you to debunk those mentalities that you've carried in your own brain cells. That number one, you got to work hard for money. And number two, that it's hard to make it. I want you all to stop making money in itself. I want you to be attracted. I want the money to be attracted to you. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? I want you to stop making money today. And I want you to make up in your internal mind that money is attracted to me. Money loves me. And this isn't some superficial foolishness that I'm telling you to do. This is a mental shift, because we're wired, because of poverty mentalities, to chase after something, or chase after the quote unquote possibilities rather than altering our internal infrastructure that makes the possibilities reality. So you've been taught to chase the money instead of being taught how to become someone that money is attracted to. Not me, not you. I want you to type in the comments right now. Money is attracted to me. It's attracted to me right now. All right. Now, let's keep going into this. Are we here? As you can tell, I'm excited because this is one of my favorite conversations to have. There's a few ways, and I'm only going to talk about two, where you can add an additional $10,000 to $20,000 into your income working less. But there's really only one way. There's only one. There is only one way to attract this amount of money at one time. And some of you are you're not gonna like it. Because some of you right now are saying, I hope it don't require me to talk. I hope it doesn't require me to talk to people. Well, imagine you want money, but you but you don't want to talk to people. Let me give you a Bible verse, okay? The wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just. Oh my God. Who? It says that the wealth of the wicked is laid up. Meaning that it's not actually the wicked's money. It's not the wicked's houses. It's not the wicked's anything. It's of them, but it is not theirs. Meaning, if it's laid up for you, that is supposed to be yours. Somebody got your money. There was I think it was Grant Cardone. He did this thing called, he would always say, somebody has my money. You know why? He got it from the Bible. Because the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just. So if that's my reality, right? Now, some of you who are watching may not be believers. If you are not, that's fine. If you are, fine too. But I'm going to use it because it makes sense for the context. The Bible says that the wealth of the wicked is in the hand. It's in the hand of the wicked, but it's in their hands because they're just holding it, not because they're supposed to keep it. They are the foster care system of the wealth. They hold, but it's not theirs. Oh, that was good. I'm not supposed to be preaching, but that sounded like a preach word right there. I don't know. Does that make sense? So, if the wealth of the wicked is laid for the just, that means that somebody else has they're supposed to be in exchange. So, the only way to make a lot of money in a short period, or attract a lot of money in a short period of time, is to sell something. What type of sales? You can sell yourself. You can sell your products. You can sell your time. You can sell your service, whatever it is. It's a sale. Okay? I just spoke to you about a few days ago selling a productized service. Okay? Selling a productized service. Now, you can sell someone else's productized service, or you can sell your own. I'm going to talk about both. Number one, if you want to sell something that's a productized service or product, whatever, there are options. One being life insurance, health insurance, car insurance. Why is that? Why did I say that one? I used to be in the industry. I'm going to show you something. This is how they sold me when I started. They said, yeah, you can make $500 a week. This is when I first got started. Make $500 to $3,000 a week selling life insurance. I said, that sounds good. Mind you, I'm a 21-year-old young man. I'm just getting started with my life. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. Life insurance is a productized service. Why? You can't see it, but you know it exists. It shows up when somebody dies or when somebody is sick. That is called a productized service. Okay? But it's not yours. You are the person selling it, though. One client pays $100 a month for a $100,000 policy. Now, the way they did it back in the day, I don't know how they do it now sometimes, is you don't get paid on the all 12 months. You only got paid, it's called an advance, 9 months. Oh. So let's just say it's 9 months. $900 technically. But that's not your commission. Your commission can be up to 120% of this for the first 9 months. Let's just say you get 100% commission. You earn $900. One person, one client or customer paid you $900, but they didn't pay you, somebody else did. Imagine, I do this, I don't know, 5 times a week, because there's 5 days, working days in a week. That's $4,500 in 1 week. Mighty God. Now, let's just say that you do this every single week. This is how I do my math and how much I need to make or attract. There's 4 weeks in a month, right? So 0, 0, 20, 16, 17, 18. Wait, did I do it right? No, that did that wrong. Sorry. Oh, no, I didn't. My math is right. $18,000 per month. $18K a month. Selling life insurance. $18,000. Let's say I only work 10 months out of the year. I made $180,000. But how many people did I actually help? 4. That's 20. That's 20 times 10. That's 200 people. And over the course of 10 months. Now, I'm only using this because this is a low example. This is a small example. If I knew back then what I know now about business, finances, and clients, I wouldn't settle for no 100K per month. Imagine you get a client that can pay 1,000. Oh my God. You just went from 900 to 9,000. One client, 9,000. 9,000 times 5 is 45,000. So now we have just multiplied because we're targeting, and I'm saying something without saying it. There are people that can pay 100, but then there are people that can pay $1,000 a month. So the difference in the client attraction system is what? The type of client that I'm targeting. I'm just trying to show you how to make an extra or add an extra 10 to 20,000 in your life. This example is for the people who may already have a 9 to 5 job. Or if you are in this industry, I'm going to talk about it in a second. If this is your main source of income, you might need to change the way or change who you're targeting. Okay? All right. Is that good? So there are people where you can sell their product or service. Meaning you can also there are companies that hire setters and closers, and they will charge you a percent. Not charge you, they will pay you a percentage between 5 and 10% to either set or close appointments. Let me show you how this works. Let's just say a company like mine has a $10,000 product. But because we're multiplying business, I need somebody to close the service. Jesus. Not close the service. Close the engagement for me. All right. So because it's a close, I'm going to pay you 10%. You just made $1,000 for a 1-hour conversation or less because you didn't really have to do any selling because I did all that already. So you have salesmen, you have setters, closers, other companies. And let's just say you wanted to, we get the leads. You just need 10 a week to make 10K. But guess what? You're not doing all the extra heavy lifting. So 10 hours of your time per week has attracted you $10,000 in what? A week. So we're not even talking about, 10 to 20K a month. We're talking about $20,000 to $40,000 per month. Now it's subjective to if you're good and whatnot, but you can be trained to be good. What am I saying? In order to attract that money, you need to be in sales. What real estate transaction do you know that can do this for you? Every week is what I'm saying. Every single week. Absolutely not. So you have sales, setters, closers. I said insurance. That's selling somebody else's product. And if you're going to do it this way, my suggestion would be to sell a product that doesn't require a lot of units to be able to be successful. What do I mean? You want to make $10,000 or you want to generate an extra 10,000. E-commerce would say sell a $1 product to 1,000 people. This actually 1 in 10. E-com. You don't want that. Not if you want to, that's your business. Jesus. 1,000. Sorry, 10,000. You need 1,000 people to do it. You got $100 product. You need 100 people to do it. You got a $1,000 product. You need 10 people. If you got a 10K product, you need one person. So depending upon what your level of investment in time is, will determine what type of business do you want to actually sell for. Because up here, e-com, up here, high ticket sales. Are y'all tracking with me? At the end of the day, it all goes back to sales. Now, I want you to see the reason why I said high ticket sales and not real estate or anything like that is because of this. It requires, as much as people don't want to tell you the truth, it requires a lot of time, energy, effort, or upfront capital to be able to successfully do real estate. People need to stop lying to y'all. If you get a property, fix it up and flip it, that requires what? Time, energy, effort. Yeah, it might have, a nice payoff, but how long does it take? You get one deal, $50,000 every 3 months, but it costed you 60 hours a week to do it. Do you want to do that? I think not. Absolutely not. Whoo-wee. So that's selling other people's stuff. Now let's talk about part 2. Selling your stuff. How do you add an additional extra $10,000 to $20,000 to your income? Working less. Sell somebody else's stuff or sell your own stuff? What do you mean? Number one, if you're already in business or you have a product or service, you might need to change what the product or service does and who it does it for. If you don't, here's what you do. Number one, audit your skill set. You need to know what you're good at because you can often build a business off of what you're already good at. You just work backwards. For example, if you are good at sales, then what you could do is create a business that helps people sell better. What does that do? Helps them make more money. If you've been in counseling, what you could do is coach married couples who are on the brink of divorce. Or you can coach people who are about to get married on how not to get divorced. If you are, whatever it is, that is what you're good at already. So usually if you are somebody who's an expert or skilled, you are someone who is a candidate to teach somebody how to do what you do. Or teach them how to get a result because you're skilled in that area. So if I'm skilled in finance, I'm going to pick a dimension of finance and sell based upon that dimension. For example, accounting. You can sell accounting packages to companies, and you can pick whatever company it is. All right. So the first step is to audit your skill set. If you struggle in doing this, here's what you can do. Number one, in auditing your skill set, identify who you've helped already. And identify what their problem was when they found you or you found them, whether it be a job or just a person or whoever. Number three, once you have identified what their problem is, you need to write down what was their expected outcome. What do they want to happen? Number four, once you've done that, what did you do to help them? And number five, after you figured out what you did to help them, What was the impact of what you did to help them, that helped them? That's how you do a skill audit. When you do this and you do it over the course of the last 3 to 5 years of your life, now you can identify or deduce which business endeavor you will be best at. And then once you've compared what you're best at, you need to identify, is this something that I'm willing to do for the rest of my life? And the way that you know this is, can you do it and not get paid to do it and still love it? That's how you know your purpose and your proficiency. We talked about this before. And then, do you love doing it? You wake up in the morning and you just love to do it. Once you have all of that, that is how you identify which direction you should go in selling your own stuff. Okay. So once I've audited my skill set, I then need to decide an audience. Hear me and hear me clear. Don't pick an audience that you like just because you like them. And don't pick an audience based upon what you think they can afford. And oftentimes, hear me, the reason why we pick an audience based on what we think they can afford is because we compare their pockets to ours. So you say in your own mind, no, I can't charge that. Because you yourself are looking at yourself like, I haven't, It's hard to charge that when I myself am looking at my nickels and dimes in my account right now. But you're not charging them based upon your own money or lack thereof. You're charging based upon the value that you're going to bring them. So your audience needs to be a large enough group of people, but a specific group of people who has the specific problem that you desire to solve in your offer that we're going to create. So in deciding your audience, you need to know what their problems are, what their symptoms are, what their frustrations are, what's keeping them up at night, all these things, and knowing that they are able to afford it and are willing to afford it, and knowing that both of those, that's how you pick a good audience. Never, ever, ever in your life, this one or the next one, pick an audience based upon what you can afford. Pick an audience based upon the value that you can bring them and then charge them in that direction. Number 3, once we've audited our skill set, once we've decided an audience, now we need to create an offer. What is an offer? The offer is what? What is an offer? The offer is the solution to where they are right now and where they desire to be. And your offer helps them stop struggling in getting there because they've tried other things and it didn't work. So your offer's responsibility is to help them turn their pain into a solution. Rather, a pain into their dream outcome. And I'm charging based upon the value, not based upon anything else. How do I know it's valuable? You need to position it against something that they deem as valuable. If making money is valuable to them, if your offer is not 10 times greater than what they're going to pay, then they're not going to pay. Let me show you what I mean. If the value is $100K, but the price is 10,000, is that valuable? Somebody say it's valuable. It's absolutely valuable because I've just 10x the value. So the value should be far more greater than the price that they pay. Otherwise, it's not a valuable offer. It could be 10x, 7x, 3x, whatever. It just has to be, it cannot be equal. That's the principle. The value has to be greater than the price. Say that with me. The value has to be greater than the price. Otherwise, the price does not make sense. So you may be asking me right now, how do I justify value even though this is not a financial oriented offer? Well, my argument is what is most important to them? And if they don't fix whatever problem that they have, how is what's important to them, how is it not going to be able to be accomplished? For example, if you don't get this health coaching, your family is going to suffer because you're going to die prematurely. If you don't get this premarital counseling, a divorce costs 20 times more than the price that I'm charging you. Splitting up a household, counseling, all these different things. When we're considering the price, we have to justify it based upon what will happen if they don't get it. If you don't get this taken care of, what will this look like for your family? So that, it seems too steep. How about you don't get this health coaching program? Cool. What's going to happen if, you don't get this taken care of? Well, I just might get sick. Who's going to suffer because you're going to get sick? Is your income tied to this? Yeah, I'm the sole provider. Okay, do you have life insurance? No. So you're gonna leave your family high and dry because you don't want to take care of your health. In fact, you won't even qualify for life insurance. And if you do, it's going to be graded because your health is so bad right now. So is your family more valuable? Absolutely, because they're priceless. So that's how you justify price. Now, once we have created the offer, we now need to generate leads. Now, generating leads, you can do it a few ways. You can do it through cold calling, warm cold calling, paid ads, and or referrals. Here are the ways to generate leads. Four ways. Cold calling. Cold calling is when you just find a list of people who look like they're in your audience and you call them. Warm market or warm reach outs. This is when you call people that you know who may know the people in your audience and say, hey, who do you know who may be struggling with 1, 2, and 3, want to get 1, 2, 3? What is it? The best way to reach out to someone is to, number one, address them and in a way that basically lets them know that you aren't just calling them for something, but you're calling them because you actually have paid attention to something going on in their life. And it's just a regular conversation. Hey, I noticed that you had a baby. Congratulations. How's everything? Cool. I just want your thoughts on something. I'm helping entrepreneurs reduce their tax bill. They usually pay between 50 and 100K. Who do you know who may want to lower their tax bill? It was no pressure. They said, "Oh yeah, Uncle Johnny, just paid $150,000 in taxes." Wow, really? Do you think that Uncle Johnny will be interested in just having a free consultation with me? Guess what? The warm reach out just turned into a referral. Now I got referrals. Referrals are people who refer you to someone or refer someone to you. Okay? And then you got paid ads. Paid advertisement. Paid ads is what it is. You pay to be seen, right? And I don't really have the time to go into the lead generation stuff, but I'm gonna do another video on that, on lead generation strategies. You got referrals and then you got paid ads. Paid ads is you're paying Meta, LinkedIn, whoever to be seen. Your leads, meaning your audience, is in a certain place. If they're on LinkedIn, you use LinkedIn. If they're on Twitter, use Twitter. If they're on Facebook, Instagram, whatever, use LinkedIn. You have to use or function from the platform that makes the most sense. If I were you, I would start in my warm market because it helps me get comfortable in talking to people. And then the last step, once I've audited my skill set, decided on the audience, created an offer, generated leads, I sell it. You need to sell it. You need to sell your offer. You need to, how do you sell? When you get on those calls with those people, you uncover all of their problems, challenges, and all those other different things. And because you've honed in so much on your audience, you know exactly what they're feeling, they're struggling, all these different things. And once you do that, you offer them the solution. Say, hey, in a dream world, in a perfect world, if there was a way for us to help you fix 1, 2, and 3, would that be something that you'd be interested in? Of course, they're going to say yes. And the next question is, how much do you think that would be valuable? I mean, how much do you think it'd be worth? They might say it's priceless. Usually people say it's priceless. Well, we have an opportunity for you that you can take it or you can leave it. And this opportunity will help you do 1, 2, and 3. It helps you get X, Y, and Z. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You get all this stuff, but it helps you do it in this amount of time. Is that something that, will be valuable to you? All right, cool. Once we identify that it's valuable to you, what do you think is most valuable about it? Why is that valuable to you? What's really the most valuable part of that? Now I'm getting them to talk more than me. You know why? Because selling is not for you to be the person that's talking. Selling is for you to let the person tell you why they want what you have to offer. Did I say that too fast? Selling is not for you to talk. Selling is supposed to be for you to listen with intention, to help people see that what you have to offer is excellent for them. Hear me. What you have to offer is good for them. They just don't know it yet. They're not going to know until they have a conversation with you. But they can't have a conversation if you don't have an offer, you don't have marketing, and you're not anywhere to be found. So all in all, then we close them and all that stuff. There are 2 ways to add an additional 10 to 20K into your life right now. But it all boils down to one thing: sell something. You can either sell $1, 10, 100, 1,000, or $10,000 product. Whatever you choose, it is subjective to and contingent upon the value and what level of time investment you want to offer it. Hear me. If you want to do this with speed, you may want to either choose a high ticket product to sell or build your own. And price it between $1,000 and $10,000. Actually, 3 and 10. But hear me. If you are unwilling to invest that amount, you cannot technically and won't have the confidence to say, hey, this is $10,000 or hey, this is three. You need to invest where you're going so that when you get there, you don't look crazy because you don't have the confidence. My name is JaQuan Gamble. I hope today you uncovered, you learned how to add an additional $10,000 to $20,000 to your life by working less. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.